I'm sure he will not make it out of this. I'm sure she will not make it out of this. I promise you, they won't make it out of this one. These is what people were saying. These are the words people were saying and thinking about you. Some people that were thinking these things about you didn't really verbally say it, but God knew that it was in their heart. God knew that it was in their soul. So now they're looking at you and they're like, they're stuck. You got people scratching their heads. Okay, you got people scratching their heads. You got people confused. Some, I just see groups of people. Some groups are confused. Some groups of people are rooting for you, even though they can't admit it. They're rooting for you. You got some people that are upset, but they're not really mad at you. They're mad at themselves because they thought that you were never going to make it out of what they put you through. Some people were sitting back, and then you have one set a group of people who were sitting back just watching, hoping that you will fail, like monitoring spirits, right? So I want you to know, my God, you are a walking lesson. Okay, people are looking at you now, and you got some people that are regretting how they treated you, regretting what they said about you. I even hear people regretting what they heard about you. Now that they're seeing you grow and they're seeing you rise, the lies don't add up. So a lot of people have lied on you. A lot of people have said that you were this and you were that, but they're searching and they're like, I don't see that in this person. I don't see that in them. I see them rising. They may have went through something, but I don't see that. You got a group of people even watching you thinking that. But some people are angry and they're confused. They're confused at why has God favored you so much? And then you got some people that's like, wow, okay, now I know that God's hand was in this person's life. All right. You have a type of anointing. I've said this a long time ago, and I want to say it to my new viewers. You have a type of anointing that will even make an enemy try God again. You have the type of anointing that will even make an enemy try God for the first time. Oh my God, you got the type of anointing that will make an enemy shift their hate for you to admiration. My God, you got the type of anointing that will make an enemy go home and get on their knees and try God just like you have tried God. Because now they see, after everything I have said about this person, after everything I have plotted against this person, out of everything I have done, it did not work. Now, it might have worked for other people, but when it got to you, when it got to you, you were the wrong person, because you were always touched by God when you were in your mother's womb. So you were touched by God when you were in your mother's womb. All right. You were touched already. So a lot of things that people tried to do to other people, it just did not work on you. It will never work on you. So now that they see that, they're like, man, okay, there is a God. There is a God. You are literally proof in the furnace. Literally, you're proof in the fire that there is a God. And you got some enemies that are looking at you, admiring you, but they're scared to admit it. And you got some people that's angry, and you got some people that's still watching you fall, which those are the slow people, because by now, you're just rising, right? Everything that came up against you, but you have literally gone from pit to palace, just like Joseph. If his brothers never would have done that to him, we will probably never know about a Joseph. His brothers were supposed to do that. At the end of Genesis, at the end of Joseph's story, it says, look, I'm going to paraphrase it. You set me up for evil, but this was for my good. So I want you to understand something, y'all. These people thought that you wasn't going to make it, but look at you out here making it. You still standing on your 2 feet. And you got some people that even have more than you who are still mad at you. You know why? Because they're like, man, why is he so joyful? Why is she so joyful? She's supposed to be in a pit. He's supposed to be in a pit. They don't even have a house. They don't even have a car. It's the joy of the Lord that has been dwelled in you. And you know where that joy comes from? That joy comes from you still standing. That joy just comes from everything that came against you. You are still standing today. My God. And people see that, but they're scared to admit it. You're making it, y'all, and they thought that you would never make it. They sat back and watched you and said, I promise you, she will never make out of this. I promise you, he will never make it out of this. But look at you making it. So don't be afraid of anybody who's watching you, who's trying to plot on you, because all plots and schemes will not work, for no weapon formed against you shall prosper. All right, y'all? But hear me when I say they thought that you wasn't going to make it. And look at you out here making it. If you agree with this message, I want you to comment below. I made it in all caps.